Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. Off to another meeting, another day, another meeting. Quick topic. I didn't know, so I've heard of people complaining before. Got it, cool. People complain all the time. But I didn't realize that people were complaining about having to downgrade their life. I didn't know that that was a thing. So recently, you know, perusing online as I do, I saw that there were a lot of videos of people talking about, because of the cost of living, because of inflation, because of how everything is, that they've had to downsize. So one person in particular, for those of you, I have to say it every single time, for those of you who missed it, I'm in Paris on business. Thus the meeting. One person on, I think it was TikTok, she was complaining that because of inflation and because of the cost of her rent going up, that she can't personally get her nails done anymore. She can't get her hair done. I mean, she looked fine. She didn't look like she was like a horrible disaster and needed to be made over like some, you know, 1990s TV show. But she was actually quite angry that she can't pamper herself anymore. And she was complaining that, you know, if things don't change, like, not that the term's not who's gonna want her, but like, she won't feel pretty or some kind of thing like that anymore. There was somebody else also complaining that they can't take the vacations that they want anymore. Somebody was complaining that he couldn't buy the exact car that he wanted. That one was also kind of crazy, because he was saying that now he has to get like a car from like 10 to 15 years ago, and how absolutely, I mean, he made it seem as if he had just been kicked out of his home and they took every single living possession that he ever had, which I thought was even crazier. Once again, I knew that people complained. People complained about everything. Everything. But I didn't realize that, like, the idea of having to save or put money away or like invest or think about the future, or not having done all that stuff already, would have been such a big problem. The only thing I can kind of, maybe, oh no, trying not to, you see all the cars? It's just like a wall, so trying not to get hit in both directions, but somebody's gonna have to give. There's a huge traffic jam across the entire thing. So let me not run into traffic. Okay, that was great. Yes. So just a random, and I mean a completely random thought. I was looking at a couple of videos. I know I can't be the only one before they have to do something. I don't procrastinate, but I like phone-crastinate. I take my phone out, I start looking for any random thing that I can do. And I started finding a whole bunch of, I mean, like, it was like a stream of people. It was like some random videos, people talking about the markets and where to put money and stuff like that. But a lot of other people were just complaining. And I mean, so, remember I told you before, I've seen a lot of the finance videos where people are complaining about the actual cost of living. Got it, because things are actually really expensive. That makes a lot of sense. But the idea of, so remember years ago, this actually makes a little bit more sense in my head now. Hold on, passing by like 1,000 people. Remember I told you years ago, I know they don't watch my videos, so this old friend of mine, she, for Christmas, first of all, she didn't save. She's one of the people who I've been telling you about for about 30,000 and a half years. She never put any money away. She has no investment. She has no savings, nothing. And I mean like nothing, like not like some, you know, like some people will go, oh, I'm broke. But then they have like, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,000 in their savings account. No. She had absolutely nothing. She was complaining to me all the time about her rent, and she couldn't do this. So she's one of the people I told you who I met years and years ago, who I told multiple times to invest, start putting money away, start doing something. You know, I can help you. I can guide you down the right path. It's not that difficult. I promise you, like I can, you know, even if it's just a small bit every single month, I'm gonna get you there. She didn't listen. And at some point she got gifted by her father. Her father gave her like, I think it was like $100 per month put into a retirement account. the idea was, I think she was like 33, 34, something like that. The idea was at some point in the future, she would have enough, and therefore, you know, not enough for retirement, what have you, but enough that she'd pretty much be okay. That's when she came up to me. Once again, she came up to me and she was asking, she was like, you know a lot about money and investing and things like that? And I was like, yeah, I have a pretty good hold on things. She was like, how do you break into a retirement account? And I was like, what? Let me show you where we are. See if you can recognize it. They're also building outside for like a concert or something. There's always something happening here. I don't know if people will recognize what this is. You'll probably figure it out in about a good 30 seconds. She was like, how do you break into a retirement account? And I was like, what? She was like, yeah, my dad got me this thing. This was January. This wasn't like 8 months after. This was like the next month after Christmas. So she was like, how do I get my money out of it? And I was like, you don't. You say, no, but I have stuff to buy. And I was like, no, you just leave it there. Like it was also her father giving her the money as well. Like it wasn't her money. It wasn't her who was purposefully, you know, like putting money in every single month that she was like, I needed it. No, she wanted his money and she wanted to use it to go like shopping and stuff like that. And the concept to her was that this was $100 that was just lost, went literally into the ether. And she couldn't conceptualize that this was to be saved and that she wasn't losing money. You understand? She thought that $100 was kind of just going nowhere, that she had no access to it. So it was somehow like dampening or like downgrading the life that she had or the life that she wanted to actually have. It's nuts. I've said this 80 bajillion times. I don't get it and I don't want to get it. It's not a joke. I don't want to understand how people cannot want to help themselves, how they don't want to save. I'm in like a very like echoey place right now, and I was like, yeah, if you were watching the other videos, Paris is a very touristy city, and like this echo chamber that I'm currently in right now, I gotta watch what I say, because in one of the other videos, I was like, then you have 200K left over, and everyone was like looking at me walking down the street, so I always have to choose my words lightly. You should be able to figure out exactly where I am. I mean, if you can't, time to pick up a history book. Yeah, you should know what this is. If you don't, I'm at the Louvre. It is I want to say the world's largest museum. It definitely has to be. I don't know if you can, I'll try and give you a concept of exactly how big this museum is. So you see over here, that's still part of it. So you have that, all of this behind me. It's gonna keep going. You have all of this, and you see like it still continues towards the other end. And then the other area that we just walked through over here, it's that other part. It's also at the actual, why can't I point to it? There we go, the pyramid. And then it's also underground as well. So a lot of times we're right next to the, I mean, I can't show you the river. We're right next to the river, and a lot of times if there's flooding, like because the river here sometimes floods in different seasons. If there's flooding, what ends up happening is that a lot of the artworks underground, like people have to like rush and go save them. Somebody was asking, they were like, why do they keep putting this stuff underground? And I'm like, I guess 9-10 months out of the year, they don't have to worry about it. But every other time you kind of have this panic that ends up, you know, happening. So I assume that they put most of the paintings or drawings or prints higher up, or any scrolls that they might have, you know. But everything, maybe like the other marble stuff is further down because it doesn't make any sense otherwise. But yeah, there's always a lot of flooding. So there's like vents and stuff, and the vents at the edge of the museum, sometimes like water does flow in. Yeah, almost there. I think I have like 3 or 4 more blocks to walk. I'm trying to walk everywhere here. I mean, I usually walk everywhere in general. It's a lot healthier, but it's difficult for me to like take the metro here because look at this. Like if you watch the other videos, like look at everything that you walk by. It's crazy. Like you walk by like these 500, 600-year-old buildings. Like this was someone's home. I don't know if you know this. Like this was like the home to the king. Like this was literally all of his. So at some point, he had a servant all the way over here who had to give him a message, and they had to run all the way. Like it's just insane to think about. So A lot, yeah, I mean, you can't take the metro. The metro is very, very quick. Most things are, I mean, 2, 3, 4 stations away. But then you also miss all of this. So yeah, just, I want to say pep talk. I don't know what these things are, to be completely honest. I think maybe paranoia in my head that like other people aren't paying attention. Just chatting with someone else. I won't mention who they are. And we were just talking about investing and they were like, no, I've been thinking about it. And I was like, okay, stop thinking about it. Once again, I can help you. They didn't, there was no, yeah. I've had conversations before with people over the years. Now this is, last point. I've had conversations with people before. I mean like 2020, 2021. About saving, investing, putting money away. Like a literal rainy day. You know, remember all of 2020, 2021? I talk about, you know, keeping money to the side. And back then people didn't want to talk about it. And I kind of attributed it to all the mental anguish that we were all going through. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll wait a little bit. No, people don't want to save. People don't want to put anything to the side. They have no interest at all. Okie dokie. Yeah, okay. It's a very pretty area. We're in the like center of the city. I think we're in the 1st district. I'm pretty sure we're in the 1st. Alrighty guys, hope you're all saving, hope you're all investing, hope you're all putting money away. Yeah, because I know mathematically there's gonna be one person who's not. And yeah, hope you're all taking care of yourself as well. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.